everybody, and welcome to Mela Shrinks. Today is going to be a little bit of a different format. I don't know what I'm doing, so hopefully this comes out okay. I am not a professional video vlogger, whatever, and in the middle of the COVID-19 situation, I am alone, so I have no assistance. But today we are going to talk about how to get protein. So if you're anything like me, getting enough protein every day has been a struggle. So I have found some things that work for me that I want to share with you. Some are things that are meant for people who've had gastric bypass or some type of bariatric surgery. Some things are just cool things that I found that I like. So I'm going to first talk about the things that are meant for people who've had bariatric surgery, and I know everyone is having their protein shakes and protein shake, that's all you hear, but oh my god, did they get boring over time. Trying to suck one of those things down after 4, 5, 6 months is just, it's not doable anymore. It's not sustainable for an extended period of time, so I have had to find protein in other places. If you've seen and my other recent vlog, I've talked about how my taste buds have changed, so even some of those protein shakes that I liked before surgery, I can't even stomach anymore. So a few things that I found from 2 different websites, and I'll put them in the notes on this video, are from bariatricpal.com and Bariatric Fusion. Bariatric Fusion doesn't have as much stuff. It's mostly protein bars and protein drinks and vitamins and things like that. Bariatric Pal has a gazillion things, from snacks to meals to recipes to vitamins to pretty much anything that you want. And I have a few favorites at Bariatric Fusion, but most things I get are from Bariatric Pal. Clearly, I am not sponsored. I have like 12 followers, so these I'm not being paid in any way to endorse either of these. I just wanted to share a few resources that I found. So one of the things that I love the most is this. This is P15 hydrolyzed liquid protein. Now it comes in different flavors. I made the horrific mistake of getting the unflavored kind the first time. Unflavored just means they don't put anything in it to make it taste good. It just tastes like full-on chemicals, and it's horrible and you can't even stomach it. So I will try to get you a little bit closer to this, but this one is the watermelon flavored, and it kind of tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. I don't like flavored water, I never have, but this is super subtle. If you put it in like a huge thing of water, you're supposed to have a lot of water every day anyway, so I have like a 30-ounce Yeti that I fill with water, 2 tablespoons of this, and you get 15 grams of protein. So throw a little ice in there. Yesterday I threw a little whiskey in there because it was a lovely day here. Today it's rainy, and we were outside. So this is excellent. I definitely recommend this 100%. Additionally, from Bariatric Pal, we have, this was actually from, they have this at Bariatric Pal, but I got it on Amazon because I wanted it fast so that I can get it from Bariatric Pal. It's a couple dollars more, but then you don't pay for the shipping, so it kind of works out if you have Prime. These pretzel twists are actually pretty good. I like them, and they are 12 grams of protein per bag, only 120 calories, which are pretty good. Very low in sugar. Everything I'm showing you is really low in sugar and has a reasonable amount of protein to help you get to where you need to be. This is also from Bariatric Pal. These are crunchy cheese crisps. They're a bit more calories. You don't have to have the whole bag. They're actually pretty filling. This is 10 grams of protein for half a bag. Half a bag is about, what, a couple ounces, but it actually fills you up pretty well. It's high in saturated fat, so you don't want to like eat a ton of this because your stomach's not going to be feeling too great afterwards. Additionally, we have from Bariatric Pal garlic mashed potatoes. So this I found really helpful. I don't really like it anymore, but that's just because of my taste bud issue. But there's only 110 calories in here, 11 grams of protein. Really good way to get a chunk of protein in there. One of my very all-time favorite things that I still love is from Bariatric Pal is their chai tea, which is great for in the morning or whenever. You can have it hot or cold. I've tried it both ways. It's excellent either way. 100 calories and 15 grams of protein. That is huge. Great breakfast. I'm a big breakfast person, so I'll have some of this in the morning for breakfast and I get my protein in. Additionally, from this is Bariatric Pal, but you can also get this from Amazon, is Gen Pro. It's protein powder, but it really does not taste like anything. Some of them say they are tasteless, and it's a big fat lie. This one actually you can't taste. So what I like to do with this is I like to put it in some V8, get some extra vitamins, and get your protein, and it doesn't change the taste of the V8 at all. I've tried it in some hot beverages. Don't do that. It clumps up and doesn't mix, and it's pretty disgusting. So this is something you have to put in cold things. So I really like it with the V8. I used to have a huge sweet tooth. It's not as big as it used to be anymore. Now I'm more into savory things, so the V8 is really great. Rhyme unintended, but you're welcome. Another thing is this yogurt. It's 15 grams of protein and 0 sugar, and it's not bad. It comes in a lot of different flavors. It's Oikos Triple Zero. You can actually get, can't remember how many is in the package. Actually, it's right here. 18 of them in a package from Sam's Club, and I think it's like $7, so it's pretty good. And it's pretty tasty. All kinds of different flavors. Oikos Triple Zero yogurt. It's at most grocery stores as well. Then we have these protein bars. So if you're like me, you're getting pretty tired of those protein bars that are gummy and squishy and chewy, and it gets old. So these are actually wafers. If you like wafer cookies, that's kind of what these are, and they come in a ton of flavors. Right here we have peanut butter fudge, lemon meringue, chocolate mint, red velvet cake. They have one that's caramel, salted caramel that I really like, or caramel. Excuse me, it's caramel. There's a big debate over that, but it is caramel. There is an extra A in there, so I might want to use it. Anyway, these are really good. You can get these on Amazon, and you can get like 30 of them for like 20 bucks. Super cheap, pretty yummy. They are really sweet though, so if you don't like super sweet, these I gotta eat like half at a time because they're so sweet. And then I wanted to go over a couple of disgusting things. These little protein shots, apple, they have lovely little flavors on there to make you want to try them. This is disgusting. So you can feel free to try it. It could just be me, but I think these single shots, they try to put so much into such a small package, it just ends up being like, literally like it's just punching your taste buds in the face. This I thought would be delightful because I love coconut, and it's coconut plant-based protein, 18 grams of protein. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Does not taste like coconut. It tastes like dirt. I thought, well, maybe I'll mix my protein powder with it, like a chocolate protein powder, and I would get like this super giant boost of protein because you have the protein powder protein, and then you have this Aloha coconut drink that dirt taste just comes right on through. So I wouldn't recommend this. If you are a sweet tooth and you're trying to find ways to get some sweetness with a little bit of sugar, I got this from Bariatric Pal. They're supposed to be marshmallows. They taste like literally nothing, so I wouldn't recommend these. I'm telling you this because this stuff's not cheap. I'm doing a lot of trying of things. I have a ton of stuff in my cabinet I can't even eat because I'm just, trying things to see, what works, what doesn't, what I like and what I don't, and I wouldn't recommend getting these because they don't taste like anything at all. Regular protein that I'm finding around the grocery store, not necessarily going to one of those special websites, which granted the food is expensive, but you're not eating as much anymore, so it's not that bad. So for example, one of these is like $3 or $4, but you eat like half of it at one time. you spend that much on a big bag of potato chips and you get this much in it anyway, and you're not eating that stuff anymore, or you shouldn't be. So it's really not that much more expensive. But regular food that I found where I'm getting a lot of protein, obviously the avocado, which is awesome because if you're still on a soft diet, you're not eating regular food yet, this is something that's really yummy. You can put some, I put some seasoned rice vinegar on it and a little bit of salt, and yum. Then I found these soups from Campbell's. They're called Well Yes, and I agree. So the entire can is only 180 180 calories, and there's 15 grams of protein in one of these, and only 2 grams of sugar. So these Well Yes soups, I say well yes, go out and buy them. Also, the light Progresso soups are really good, and I love clam chowder. So this entire can of light Progresso soup of clam chowder is only 210 calories, and has, drums rolling, throw my glasses on, 6 grams of protein. Not as much protein, tiny bit of sugar, 2 grams, but it's definitely filling. You probably aren't going to be able to eat the whole can, but lower calorie, yummy soup that doesn't have, that gives you some additional protein. On top of that, I found some interesting things in, well, first of all, let's start at the regular grocery store. And you probably already figured this out, but Atkins stuff, 25 grams of protein. You can probably tell by now, I do not cook, so I do a lot of this stuff. I haven't been a huge fan of how these taste. They're not particularly yummy, but none of these things really, you know, are life-changing as far as the flavors go. But 25 grams of protein is huge if you're trying to get to your protein, which for me, I don't know what your doctor is telling you, but I've got to have 60 to 80 grams of protein a day. So obviously we all know chicken and meat and everything gets you there, but there's got to be other things that you're having during the day. You can't just have like a giant serving of chicken at the end of the day and call it a day for your protein. So Smart Ones have some really good. I always like Smart Ones meals, like the ham and egg scramble here has 18 grams of protein and only 2 grams of sugar. It's a much smaller portion than the Atkins. The Atkins have huge portions, so they're a little more expensive, but you're probably going to get 2 meals out of it. Smart Ones is a more normal portion, and frankly, they taste better. I'm really into the whole tuna thing, these little tuna packets. StarKist, they come in all kinds of flavors. This is hickory, you got sweet and spicy, bacon ranch, deli style, tuna salad, and there's ginger sesame, which is really good. There's a bunch of different flavors, and these have a lot of protein, anywhere depending on which one you get, from 70 to 110 calories, and then, you know, a good 15 to 18 grams of protein for a little pouch, and it's a perfect portion size. You can put it on some low sugar crackers, a couple little crackers, and it's a really, really good meal. So then we get to the ethnic store. A lot of people don't think of going to ethnic stores for groceries. I've always loved the Asian markets in Chicago. Now that I live in Florida, I found a really good one called MD Oriental Market, and it's huge, and they have some really yummy things that have a ton of protein in them. So vegetable egg rolls. This has 7 grams of protein per 2. Then we have pork wontons. So they have wontons, and you have pot stickers and different things that you can get, but these things have a lot of protein in them. Some of them are up 8 to 15 grams of protein for a serving. So those are really good. Of course, if you're going to use soy, you're going to want to use lower sodium soy. And then I forgot about this one. These are just little meatballs. You can get at any store. You can get little meatballs. These are turkey meatballs. You can get beef meatballs, but the protein per serving is like 16 to 20 grams of protein per serving. So you can see with all these options, you can have 2 or 3 of these things and you've hit your protein mark for the day, which I know I struggled with for a while. So this definitely helps me get there. And this is, to me, is the lifesaver. This liquid watermelon flavored protein. Put a couple tablespoons in my water, and got a third of my protein for the day right there. just in my water. And then a couple other things I wanted to share with you are if you're eating salads now, which I've just been cleared to eat salads, woo, I've been wanting to have a salad forever. This Bolthouse Farms Caesar dressing, it's a yogurt dressing and it only has 45 calories per 2 tablespoons. And it's really good, only 3 grams of sugar. So if you're into the whole Caesar thing, just wanted to share that with you. It's a find that I recently had and I want to make sure you knew about that. It is getting warm where I am. If it isn't yet where you are, it will be soon. So some sweet treats for the summer that are cold. A few things that I found are the Breyers Carb Smart. These are the vanilla bars or vanilla ice cream with chocolate over the top. Honestly, I can't remember how many calories. It's pretty low. It's like 80 or something for one. And then we have my favorite is the popsicles, the tropical popsicles, sugar-free, no sugar at all, and only 60 calories per popsicle. So that's definitely something you want to look at if you're into this kind of thing. So one last thing I want to talk about is vitamins. So I have 3 different things that I take every day. I just got my labs back and everything looks good. They did say they wanted my B12 to be a bit higher. They want that, I guess, higher for like 6 months. So the best way to get the B12 are sublingual B12 melt away tablets where they're tiny. You put them under your tongue and they melt. I got this from Bariatric Fusion. You can actually get them from any drugstore. However, with the COVID-19 situation, I'm trying to stay out of stores, so I'm ordering more online. And then these soft chews from Bariatric Fusion. The doctors also suggested I have more calcium. Even though my calcium levels look good, they do want them to be a bit higher as I'm losing weight and building muscle. They want to make sure the bones are healthy, especially for the first year following the surgery as you're losing a lot of weight. And then you have your regular vitamins. So there's a lot of different vitamins out there. I was initially taking the Bariatric Fusion flavored ones. You have to take like 6 a day, 3 times a day, and that's just too much. So I tried the patches. I thought they were monthly patches. They are not monthly patches, they are daily patches. So that was disappointing when I got them in. I did not read the fine print, or the regular print, if you will. And every time you take one off, you have that like gummy stuff stuck to your skin. And also my doctor told me that there's not a ton of proof out there that the patches work as well as other things. So then I found these, and these are a lifesaver. So these I got from Bariatric Pal, and they are just 1 capsule a day. They look big, but the covering is meant for bariatric patients, and it melts away really quickly, so you get all your vitamins in one shot. And then I take this at night, take this in the morning, because B12 can sometimes make you a little bit hyper. So I think I've gotten through all of the things I wanted to share with you today on how to get your protein. I will put in the notes on this video all of the things that we talked about as far as the names of the things, and then the websites, the bariatricpal.com and Bariatric Fusion. But if you have any questions, other questions about how to get protein or different things that you're struggling with, or just questions in general, I've tried a lot of stuff. So feel free to ask questions in the comments. If you're interested to know, I am December, January, February, March, almost 4 months in, and I'm down 60 pounds, which is beautiful. And I feel great, and it just keeps going. You're going to slow down after a while, probably a couple pounds a week now for an extended period of time, but things are going really well and I feel great, and I just wanted to share some things with you on how to get your protein every day. Thanks. Have a great